Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going farming with the semi-truck, not the bus. I don't think I would be considered a city girl, but I am most definitely not a farmer. Thank you. I grew up in the country and just never lived on a farm. I have my CDL, I love trucks and working on stuff, being kind of out in this lifestyle, but never have I done like the farm life. And that's all he does. You a farmer?
I play with corn.
I went on a couple of like combine harvest dates, like our very first dates. I drove the combine, but like with him, it was a first date, giggly, cute thing. So this whole year is gonna be like the first time of Lauren learning anything to do with farming. There's gonna be a lot of fails, a lot of things that people are gonna laugh at me and make fun of me for, especially him, I'd say. But today is kind of the first time I'm gonna be part of the farm. Renner Farms, you know, give me an idea of what you think's gonna go down today before it happens.
Simple day today. We're gonna drop off this load of corn from the 2024 harvest. Go from there.
Well, that seems easy enough. On our very first date in the combine, I get there and I was like nervous because we were still like didn't really know each other that well. And instead of like having me hop up in the combine with him, he says, okay, I'm actually getting ready to move fields. This is perfect timing. I'm gonna have you hop in this truck with what did it have, the combine head on the back?
35-foot header on.
Yeah, and drive through a town to the next town with the combine header and drop it off so he can get into the combine and do it at the next field. And I was worried to death. I didn't hit nothing, but I definitely was close to hitting a couple of mailboxes. So that's the extent of my farm life, and today we're gonna add step number 2. So like I said, I don't know really anything about farming at all. I probably asked some of the silliest questions to RJ, but my goal with these videos is as I'm learning, hopefully you guys are learning something too, or if you're already a farmer and know this world, I don't know. I don't know what you're learning. You're learning, I don't know. But right now we're going to deliver this big load of corn to the ethanol plant, right babe?
Yep.
Which is not very far from his house at all. Like less than 5 minutes, which is super nice. And here comes the silly questions. Does the price change that you get every single day when you deliver something to this plant? Or is it like always the same?
It varies. If you don't have a locked-in contract, it varies.
Okay.
Just depends on what's going on in the world.
So like how do you pick what days you're gonna go take the corn to this place to make the most money?
We're contracted.
You are a contractor? Okay, so you know what it's gonna be every single day.
For us, it's the same price, but the cash price might be different every day.
Is there like a radio channel you have to talk to them on, or how does this work?
When we're hauling beef, we do. Now we're not. We're on tarp up.
Oh.
We get up here, there's a little screen that our little tickets right here verify into. It says whether or not whose truck it is, who we're hauling for.
So he says that I'm coming in here and doing this Monday, so I really better pay attention. Is this about normal busy, or is it usually busier?
So far this week it's been about average. They got the pits turned way down. Everybody that does this.
He's taking his tarp off. What is an ethanol plant? Does it make fuel? Yeah? Look at me go.
It makes fuel, and then the byproduct is DDG, which is feed. And once we get around here, we're getting to another line, that'll be already mouth feed.
So when you say you're contracted with them, do you have to bring like a certain amount in like a truckload.
Pass. Let's put over 1,000.
No, what is that doing?
It's your, you ever hear of the aliens?
No.
That's your probe.
What?
Yeah. Goes in, takes a core sample.
What's it checking?
So it's checking your, they're gonna take a little handful of corn out. It's gonna go over there. But somebody's that little building. That's where there's a little tube for. It goes over, it's gonna check to make sure there's no disease in the corn. It's gonna check your moisture, your damage, make sure there's just nothing wrong with the corn, and that way they know how to pay you. Even though you have a contract, if you have disease or damage to the corn, they can deduct it out of what you're getting paid.
Interesting. Wow, I'm like so fascinated by this. And then what, is there like a light that tells you when you're good to go, or how does that work? Oh yeah, I think I see it over here. Right there.
Give her 2 seconds and you'll be up to her. This first little white box right here, it scans the sign, or a little sign right here, which tells us who we are. And this one right here tells us that we're registered. We're hauling our own grain today. And now we just watch the green light, so if it turns green, we're good to go.
We're currently being probed. That sounds so bad. That sounds dirty. Is that the actual term? Is that the RJ term?
The actual term is just called being probed. I'm the one referring to be the aliens.
What's the longest you've had to wait in one of these lines? I know sometimes I call you and you're like, I'm just sitting here.
Probably 5 hours.
What?
I've been sitting here. Anybody's ever been to the car deal in Sydney, Ohio? I bet they waited longer.
Really? So it's like known for it?
It used to be. Now they've upgraded the plant. Getting scaled in.
Ooh, I'm gonna be scared to do this Monday. This is our girl, the hula lady. I don't think we have a name for her.
Well, she's been riding with me for years and I ain't never named her.
It's really sad.
She does
He
like
said he gets
dance.
bored and that's who he talks to all day. So I'm a little jealous of the hula girl, but she seems friendly enough. What's the point of the doors?
When?
Oh. Ooh, that's cool. Your windows are dirty. I get out?
Oh yeah.
What do I do?
You don't.
I don't know what that means. That's it? I don't want to look like a total newbie.
I hate to tell you, anyone out here in the big public farming world, when you get out in that outfit, they might think you're a first time operator out here.
I didn't get dirty at all, and my outfit looks very cute. Thank you very much.
Wait till we go get the green bin.
The fit check in question, cute little bell bottoms. Well, I do have white tennis shoes. That might be an issue, but I do have tennis shoes and not heels on, so that's pretty good for me. And a nice little silk top because I had work this morning. You don't think that's the right attire?
Hey, anything's the right attire if you're not scared to get dirty.
As long as I'm not scared to use your credit card to buy more. All right, so what's the last step here? We have to sign out or something?
You gotta get an empty weight. is for.
Oh, so this is where we need to think skinny.
Like skinny. Hold it in.
And this is the weight I'm allowed to show, I'd say.
Yeah, you're allowed to show 120.
So this is what you do every day?
Not every day. Next 2 weeks though.
Now what are you doing?
Hey, grab a ticket.
I feel like a little kid. I'm like, so now what are you doing? I will say, now that I've done this once, I think on the girly aspect, the trucks, they're all white and white trailers. We could definitely have more of the red and black ones. We could have more tinted windows, maybe add in some, you know, I don't know, bedazzled stick shifts, gear shifters, stuff like that. He doesn't like my ideas.
I just got dumped and had to go reload real quick.
One thing I was super interested when I was in there, I asked RJ, the kid that hopped out of one of these semi-trucks looked like he couldn't have been 16 or 17. I have my CDL, but I am 21, and I got it at 19, so like, you know, you can drive in the state of Ohio at 19, anywhere you want in America at 21. And I was like, what? That kid is definitely not 18 years old. He said, as a farmer, you don't have to have a CDL, and you can be any age over 16, so you just have to have a driver's license. That's insane to me that...
Yeah, you gotta stay within 100 miles of the farm.
Really, that's a long way, though, when you're just, like, doing this type of stuff.
Well, not everybody's as lucky as being able to just go right to here. Like, from the shop to here is only 5 minutes, but back to the farm, 15 minutes. A lot of people drive 30, 40 minutes.
Still, nonetheless, it's crazy to me that you can be 16 and just hop in one of these, which I guess it's different when you're a farm kid because you grew up doing it probably before you were even 16, so.
Half these kids do a better job driving semi than some of these 40-year-olds out there.
So, that was definitely a unique thing I noticed in that experience. But now we're going back to the farm. We're gonna go fill up the truck again. I think this is the only load he's doing today. He's gonna go back, work at the shop a little bit, and I'm gonna do my computer work. It's
We should be passing Rowdy Ron here before you.
ooh, his dad's also hauling grain today. But we're in full-blown pageant prep season. I have Miss Greater Columbus in not this weekend, but next weekend. So I'm going back home, getting started on my pageant prep for the day, and then doing my other business, which is LP Media. I do social media for trucking companies and NASCAR teams. So, woo! Got a mailman. Good save, good save. So anyways, Monday, I get to be the one to do that experience.
Give you a Western Star route for you.
And RJ gets to be the videographer, so it's gonna be a switch of roles. I'm gonna be so nervous. RJ just told me the biggest thing about trucking you have to know is you have to know who to wave at.
I wave with everybody, but you know which ones are gonna wave back.
Why didn't you wave at it? You didn't wave at that one either.
Well, they're not friendly. I knew about 4 trucks coming up. I wave at that guy. I'll either wave back or run them off the road. It's Rowdy Ron, by the way.
It's his dad. For a long time when you talked about a guy named Rowdy Ron, I didn't even know it was your dad. I just thought it was some old man.
Oh, it is some old man.
You never told me it was your dad. You just said, Rowdy Ron's out the farm today. I'm like, oh, it must be a farmhand or something. I don't know. RJ and I live 2.5 hours apart, and there is a lot of industry and a lot of business up here compared to where I live, and there's a lot more money too. So I live in Adams County, the poorest county in all of Ohio. I would say this is one of the wealthier areas probably of Ohio.
That's pretty good.
Mostly all farming too. It's very flat up here compared to where I live too. Time to go fill her up?
I'm filling her up.
Hey, you gotta teach me, remember? Don't get too far ahead of yourself.
Remember how to turn it on?
No. Oh yeah, it's a really big breaker.
Turn that breaker on and then hit those green buttons and
Oh, I don't know where the green buttons are.
run out.
Over here? I didn't press any buttons.
No, they're right here.
Oh. It is gonna be all in my shoes.
Yeah.
All right, well, you gotta walk me through this. I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know, in the truck though.
Well, why are you shoveling? You didn't shovel yesterday.
Oh, yesterday, it was 8 hours out of the day, it's on the ground, so that is my sweep auger here. You know, all over on the bottom, right over the center. It's called a side scoop. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes total. It pulls it down, so that way they want to drag it out of this area right here so we're able to open the doors from the side.
So what part, why do you have to shovel? I don't get it.
The sweep goes around, but it doesn't clean the ground up. It leaves about 2 or 3 inches on the bottom. They run around and shovel it, they get it all clean. You want it to be a spotless ring.
All right, I want to try.
Shovel?
Yeah. Well, where do I shovel it to? Above
You
this?
get her on the other side of that, baby. You want to do it slower. Try and get it just over the top of that, and you're making less dust. There you go.
No wonder I never see farmers at the gym. You got a video it sideways, honey.
Oh.
You have to do this entire
Yeah. Yep. And then 19 more bins after this. And then we go to the next farmer. So if you take your shovel, you go up there, try and play a game. You stay on this side, but try and hit the corn, you can knock it down. No, stay right here. Go like right here. Gonna try and make it fall down. This is an auger. You don't want to get caught up in that auger.
It's like an opposite side. So is that truckload gonna take all of this?
No, this is 10 semi-loads sitting here. Yep.
After all that shoveling. Well, let's see if he fires me when he comes back. Am I fired?
We gotta work on direction and which way to go.
Well, in the mirror, it's the opposite way.
Day one, you did good.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm dusty.
So when you're doing it, it says a boom on. I put you in really, really low gear.
Oh yeah, you think you'd tell me that before I did it. You forget to tell me these things. And then I posted on social media and people yell at me. You guys can be so mean. I posted a video of me trying to learn how to drive his old Ford. Well, no, not the Ford. What was the?
Oh, Ford Caterpillar.
Oh yeah. Okay, it was like a little tiny cute little green truck. And RJ just throws me in it and says, just go to my dad's house. And it was a type of something or another that I've definitely never driven because I could not shift that thing. And he gave me
5-speed transmission on a 2-speed rear end.
He gave me 0 direction. So when I posted it online, I got like 300 comments about what I was doing wrong. But nobody told me at the time.
Clutch, brake, gas, just like normal. You gotta be rough with it.
Okay.
You just gotta be rough with it when shifting.
Really?
Yeah.
So
It's on 5-speed, 2-speed rear end. Pull that blue lever up.
to go into,
Just go ahead and pull it up. And then just drive it like a 5-speed.
so just like the bus.
Yeah, just like the bus. Don't worry about shifting the little thing. Alright, baby. Yeah, I never said I was a good teacher.
I guess it's one way to learn though. The hard way.
That's how I'd learn.
You'll never forget if you learn that way. The fear of cars being behind you and beside you while you can't shift up and you're just stuck in the middle of the highway.
Good way to learn.
We're back on the road and we're gonna look at the damage. I don't know how much money this is gonna cost and with how much corn I have in my shoes. Not too bad actually. Just one kernel in this one.
Yeah, more than finished.
Yeah. I was thinking while I was shoveling. I was thinking while I was shoveling. No wonder these farmers wear boots because I'm stepping on corn and it's going up my pants and all kinds of stuff. So, oh, it didn't cost you too much money. It did almost cost him money because the truck almost overflowed. RJ, you're gonna get fired.
That's why I like wearing my tennis shoes in the bin. When my boots fill up, pain in the butt to take them things off. Now, once you got the bin cleaned out, it ain't too bad.
That's a lot of money. That's like at least a half a bushel or something, right?
About 20 cents.
Wow. Some cow in Africa's gonna go hungry because of him.
That's it.
Okay, we are back to the shop now in the office for a little bit of lunch. I slaved very hard over this meal. 16 hours in the, what is that called? The smoker.
She forgot the chicken on the smoker overnight.
Yeah, so it's very, very much cooked.
That's actually really, really tender. Luckily, it was on low heat all night, but it's very tender.
Yeah, so he said basically at the end of it that I'm not fired, but what was your one thing I need to get better at?
Hand directions.
No, it was about, well, probably that too, but,
whenever me and Dad are doing this together, hauling grain out of a bin, we give each other just enough time to hop in the truck and start moving. I didn't realize she had to set up her camera up, so she about overflowed it every time.
so maybe that's something we both need to work on a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
But other than that, Monday, I'm going to be doing it with him in the passenger seat.
Falls right off the bone.
Yeah, I'm also a chef. Wannabe farmer, but a real chef with my paper plates. So anyways, come back soon, watch Monday. Hopefully I'll have it edited and with no bad things that happened in the video.